We all know that feeling of torment, right? That deep, gut-wrenching kind of suffering. But what if the word itself isn't just a random label for a feeling? What if it's actually a code, hiding a secret meaning in plain sight? Well, today we're going to try and unlock it. Yeah, we recognize that feeling instantly, that deep, agonizing pain. But according to one really fascinating interpretation, the way the word torment is built isn't just describing that feeling, it's actually telling a story about where it comes from.
So, to really get this hidden meaning, we have to deconstruct the word. According to this analysis, it's made of 3 totally distinct parts. Let's break them down piece by piece.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. T-O-R. Tor. Now, on its own, it doesn't really look like much, does it? But in this interpretation, it's the absolute foundation of the whole idea. And this is where it starts to get interesting. This interpretation connects Tor to the rock, that powerful symbol for stability, a solid foundation, the divine. It's in so many ancient traditions. So right away, we've got an element of God, or a higher power, literally baked into the word. The next piece of our puzzle is a lot more familiar. Sandwiched right there in the middle of the word, we have M-E-M. And this part is pretty straightforward, right? Men represents exactly what it sounds like. Us, humanity, people. So we've got the divine, and now we have humankind. Let's see how that final piece connects them.
The word wraps up with just a single, sharp letter. T. Now, you'd think it's just a consonant to round out the sound, but this theory argues that it carries some serious, ancient weight.
You see, this final T is linked to the ancient symbol Tau. The Tau cross, shaped like a T, has a long history across a bunch of different cultures, and it's often associated with struggle, sacrifice, and just great suffering. So this last letter, it introduces the crucial element of pain. So we've got our 3 components, the divine, humanity, and great suffering. Now let's see what happens when we put them all back together. This is where a really powerful new definition starts to emerge.
Let's do a quick recap. We have Tor, the divine rock. We have Men, representing all of humanity. And we have T, symbolizing great suffering through its connection to Tau. So, what kind of sentence do these 3 concepts make?
And here it is. When you reassemble it, this analysis claims that torment literally means that the great suffering of humanity is a direct result of being separated from the divine. It's not just some random feeling of pain, but a specific spiritual state of being disconnected. But this analysis actually goes a step further. It proposes a much more provocative idea. What if this word isn't just a passive description of a feeling, but an active classification? A technical term used by a specific group to label everyone else. The suggestion is that torment is a kind of jargon, a word used by an elite to describe the condition of the masses. I mean, this completely reframes the word, turning it from a universal feeling into a specific label within a kind of spiritual hierarchy. This really breaks down the power dynamic being suggested. On one side, you have the pawns. That's humanity, disconnected from their monarch, or God, and experiencing that spiritual pain. On the other side, you have the elites, those who are connected, and who allegedly use this term to classify the state of the pawns. So the crucial point here, according to this interpretation, is this. Torment is the technical term used by an elite to describe the spiritual pain felt by the masses, the pawns, who are fundamentally disconnected from their divine source. This leaves us with a pretty compelling thought, doesn't it? It makes you ask, what other words do we use every single day without understanding their alleged original purpose? It suggests that language might not just be a tool for us to express ourselves, but a system for others to define and classify us. What do you think?